Sup everyone, this is Draco Evolve. This is Arsenal versus Manchester United match preview. Now I'll be talking about, as usual, my prediction, my predicted lineup, and the predicted score, obviously. And still buzzing, if I must be honest. Still buzzing from the PSG game. It was an amazing experience to win it in the last minute with 10 players out. It was so good. It was so good. It was so delightful to see people like Neymar, those money hungry merchants, to be knocked out. The bottle jobs getting knocked out. But it's all over now. Let's put that behind us. Let's talk about Arsenal versus Manchester United at the Emirates tomorrow, which will be the 10th of March 2019. And I've seen the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference, and he did say that most of our players are back. It is fantastic to hear, and it will be fun. It will be fun because technically we're away, but we're technically home because it's Jesse Lingard Stadium. It's our home stadium. We always beat them. We haven't lost against them, God knows in how many years, in their stadium, that is. The recent victory over them was on the FA Cup. It was an easy victory. And right now, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's army, Ole's at the wheel, the players are performing to the full extent, except for probably Alexis Sanchez, who is out for the game, by the way, thank God. But the news that's coming out from the Manchester United camp, Manchester United lineup, is Matic is back, Herrera is back, Anthony Martial is back. Sorry, Arsenal, goodbye. It's simple as that. It's inevitable. Arsenal had a very bad result over at France. They say that we left 3 goals in Paris. Arsenal went back the next day and picked them back up. I know, it's funny. So let's dive straight in. Let's dive straight into the lineup. My predicted lineup for the Arsenal versus Manchester United. In goal, it's going to be David De Gea. On the right back, in my opinion, it's going to be Ashley Young keeping that position, with Lindelof and Smalling partnering in the defence, and left back will be Luke Shaw. It's pretty much a given back 4 or 5 if you want to include the goalkeeper, to be honest. But we have been on a great run of form. Our away record has been fantastic. We haven't lost under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer playing away from home. We played 17 games in total in all competitions, and we've won 14 of them, which is absolutely brilliant. Midfield is where the question mark is for me, but I reckon Ole's going to go for a tried and tested, experienced midfield. It's going to be Pogba back from his suspension. Pogba will start, and it's going to be Herrera and Matic starting, in my opinion. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did say on the press conference that McTominay and Fred has put in such a big performance running in Paris. They need a bit of, hinting that they might need a bit of a rest, but will be ready to come on if need be. And I reckon with Matic and Herrera not being in the full fitness because they just recently come back from injury, I don't think they'll play the full match. Not necessarily both of them, but at least minimum one of them, with McTominay, Pereira, and who's the other guy? Fred on standby. They're going to be on bench. All 3 of them were magnificent, and they deserve their spot on the squad going to Arsenal. But I think the 3 midfielders that we had has been so pivotal to our success so far. They've blended in properly. They've complementing each other. So I don't think Ole will sway from that unless absolutely needed. Unless there is a injury crisis again, then I reckon he'll start others. But I reckon these 3 players, Pereira, McTominay, and Fred, are going to be coming on at some point in the game. Up front, I reckon it's going to be 3 players. I do believe that it's going to be Lukaku up front because him scoring in last 3 games, he's got 2 goals, and he's going to keep his position. He's on fire. He's lighting up the whole of Europe with his striking positions and performance. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but anyway, he will definitely keep his position, in my opinion. On the right wing, I reckon it's going to be Rashford, and on the left, Martial is back. I reckon it's going to be Martial because Alexis Sanchez is injured and Jesse Lingard is not fit enough to play. Although I think he's going to be just in the bench. He might come on if need be. It'll be fantastic to see some of the youngsters on the bench again, as they were in Paris Saint-Germain. PSG, that is Mason Greenwood. Chong, Angel Gomez. It would be lovely to see these guys on the bench, hoping to make a cameo appearance, just as they did in midweek. But this is my predicted lineup for the Arsenal game, for Manchester United, obviously, and I'm going to go for a predicted scoreline. Now, I reckon we will not concede. I don't think we'll concede against Arsenal. Yes, they have a threat of Aubameyang and Lacazette, but we're flying so high right now. I don't think Arsenal will have enough. And them having like a 1 day less break than us, because they played on a Thursday, we played on a Wednesday. And it's going to be, I reckon it's going to be like a 3-0 scoreline. I know I'm going all out. It's going to be 3-0. It's not going to be an easy game, but I think we'll be very clinical as we were in the last few games, especially in the form that Lukaku's in at the moment. In and around the box, he will score. Outside the box, he let's forget about him outside the box. But I think inside the box, if he gets a sniff, he'll score 100%. Our fresh players, Pogba is coming back fresh. I think he'll make a big impact. Yes, Matic and Herrera and Martial will be fresh as well, but they just came back from an injury, so might not be on their full fitness, but they will make an impact in my opinion. Now, Arsenal is on a bit of a turmoil at the moment. Them losing this game will mean we go 4 points ahead of them, and we're only 3 points behind third position. And it's always lovely to see us beating Arsenal. It's always a fact. I grew up in that rivalry in the 20s against Manchester United and Arsenal, and that's the best rivalry you can have. So it's always nice to get one over them. And them not being in the best condition, and probably the morale is pretty low after what happened on the midweek and after what happened with us, it will be magical. Now, the only problem I'll probably have is the hangover. Like, how much of our players are kind of still celebrating the fact that we beat PSG and probably dropping the ball against Arsenal. It'll be a disaster, but that would be the only problem in my opinion. But someone like Oli and Mike Phelan and Michael Carrick, especially Oli and Mike Phelan, I think they'll kind of drill the players and get them going again. Because if we win, we go 4 points and we kind of solidify a big advantage. 4 points is not a huge margin, but in this stage of the season, a big advantage to qualify for the Champions League for the next season. So that would be fantastic to see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, what the scoreline will be. Hit a like if you want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to get the job. We're just waiting for him to get the job. God damn it, just give him the job. But this is my prediction, this is my lineup, this is my predicted scoreline. Discussed a few things around what happened on the press conference, what Oli said around the press conference. And hope to see you guys and girls in my next upload, which will be the match review tomorrow after we play the match.